Kenneth Eugene Smith, an Alabama death row inmate, is set to be the first person in the U.S. executed with nitrogen gas after losing last-minute appeals. The U.S. Supreme Court and a lower appeals court rejected Smith's appeals, allowing the execution to proceed. Smith was convicted in 1989 of murdering Elizabeth Sennett, and the execution involves pumping nitrogen gas through a mask. The process is controversial, with opponents arguing it could cause unnecessary suffering and pose risks like leaks harming people in the room. Smith's lawyers are lodging another appeal, claiming the method is untested and risky, potentially causing him to choke on his vomit. Alabama has 30 hours to carry out the execution, scheduled for Thursday at 6 o'clock GMT, 0100 ET, making Smith the first to be executed by this method in the U.S. Lawyers argue the nitrogen gas method violates the Eighth Amendment, protecting against cruel and unusual punishment. The UN's High Commissioner for Human Rights has raised concerns, stating gassing Smith could amount to torture. Alabama approved nitrogen hypoxia due to difficulties in obtaining lethal injection drugs, contributing to a national decline in executions. Smith's legal team contends that the execution process is recently released and untested, putting him at risk. State Attorney General Steve Marshall claims nitrogen gas is perhaps the most humane method of execution ever devised. Smith's spiritual advisor, Rev. Hood, expressed concerns about safety, citing oxygen level meters unplugged during a walkthrough of the execution chamber. Rev. Hood requested Governor Kay Ivey's presence during the execution to demonstrate confidence and safety but received no response. Alabama, with one of the highest per capita execution rates, has faced criticism for 3 botched lethal injection attempts since 2018. Internal reviews after the failures largely blamed the prisoners, contributing to the state's controversial execution methods.